Ahead of Every Texan's 40th birthday celebration tomorrow, we are taking a moment to reflect on the many people who, for decades, have made our mission possible. We are thankful for the leadership of the Benedictine Sisters of Burney, whose faith and wisdom drove them to strike at the root causes of injustice through legislative advocacy. As we gather to celebrate our first 40 years, Every Texan's fearless leaders and our incredible partners join the celebration, offering a glimpse of the work we carry out every day. Enjoy this preview of the voices shaping our history.
Our Benedictine sisters started in Cuba many years ago ourselves in 1911, and we've never shied away from taking on whatever the concerns were in the area where we were. So in Cuba, we started a school, and we had, in those days, it called a convent, and began educating young people. And we were disrupted in 1918 when a hurricane hit. And so we came to Texas. And when we arrived in Texas in 1919, we started working in schools in rural areas. And then in 1925, we came to San Antonio and had what became our hospital and nursing home. And so all these years we've been involved in all the issues, all the concerns that were in the local areas. And so it came time for us, we believed, to sell our hospital and nursing home about 41 years ago or so. And when we did that, then that was when we wanted to continue our advocacy around health issues.
So that work was facilitated by what I see as the commitment of these sisters for some 60 years in this health care institution, which began as St. Vincent's Home for the Elderly. When I came around, there was St. Benedict's Hospital and Nursing Home, and that was there was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that happened over those many years, which produced some funds eventually that made it possible for the sisters to support some ministries that have been spun off and are still working today, one being the Center for Public Policy Priorities, now Every Texan.
Thank you. We have so many ways that we interact every day with people that have shared their stories with us. And so we see that we are sometimes that bridge between the stories that we hear and then what we would like to see have happen on a legislative level or a policy level that could change the trajectory of some of those stories.
For me, it's a true legacy in that my mother-in-law, who sadly I never got to meet, was the first executive director of what was then CEPPP. The Benedictine sisters identified Helen Farabee as somebody that had the deep expertise and the knowledge and the grit to do some of the things that needed to get done in Texas at that time. And Helen took on that role first, and then sadly she died within, I think, 2 or 3 years of her taking on that role. But since that time, my father-in-law, Ray Farabee, was on the board forever. My brother-in-law, David Farabee, was also on there. So it's a Farabee family thing, so I can't imagine not being involved.
Although facts and data, sometimes we see they have much less currency in policymaking in some respects, this organization has never shied away from its commitment to fact-based advocacy, to fact-based policy recommendations, and so that it's always been kind of the kind of moral backbone of policymaking in this state, and that ongoing commitment, despite how unpopular facts and data have become in many circles, has been something that I'm very proud to have been associated with for over a decade on this board.
The issues are slightly different over the decades, but there's still that fundamental human dignity, the dignity of every single person, and that is very important to us. And I feel like that is the work that Every Texan has been involved in for these past 40 years and will be involved in for the next 40. That human dignity. We are all important in God's eyes, and in whatever way we can make a difference, we will. Just like every Texan will make that difference in whatever way they can.